Titi was known by everyone as Mama Emmanuel. She was a single mother. Her husband had abandoned her when she got pregnant, leaving her alone to raise their son, Emmanuel. Life was not easy for her. Every day, Titi was angry. She was tired, frustrated, and full of regret. She loved her son, but the pain in her heart made her bitter. She didn't know how to show him love. The anger inside her always poured out on Emmanuel. One afternoon, Emmanuel came back from school. He was still wearing his clean school uniform. He entered the small kitchen where his mother was washing plates. "Good afternoon, Mommy," Emmanuel greeted politely. But Mama Emmanuel did not answer. She just kept washing the dishes, her face hard. Emmanuel quietly opened his school bag to bring out his lunchbox and water bottle. But he noticed something: his spoon was missing. Fear filled his heart. He knew his mother would be very angry. When Mama Emmanuel saw that the spoon was missing, she flared up. "What kind of child are you?" she shouted, slapping her wet hands on her wrapper. "Why are you so stupid? You're always forgetting things. Where do you keep your brain?" She touched his forehead roughly. "Do you think spoon is cheap? You think anything is cheap in the market right now? You're always misplacing things. Always. Always." "I'm sorry, Mommy," Emmanuel said, his small voice shaking. "Shut up. Every time you're sorry. You're always sorry, but you never change," she yelled again. Emmanuel stood there quietly, afraid to move, while his mother continued to complain and wash the dishes. Later that evening, Mama Emmanuel called him again. "Emmanuel, come here. Take this 200 naira. Go and buy groundnuts and sugar. I want to drink Gary." "Yes, Mommy," Emmanuel said as he collected the money and left the house. On his way to the shop, Emmanuel saw his friends Junior and Khaled playing football on the street. "Emmanuel, come and play small now," Junior called out. At first, Emmanuel refused. He remembered his mother's anger. But after standing and watching for a few minutes, he joined them to play for just a short while. When he was done playing, he reached into his pocket to bring out the money. But the money was gone. Emmanuel froze. He searched everywhere. He checked his pocket again and again. He looked on the ground. He even went back to the football field, but the 200 naira was missing. Fear gripped his heart. He knew his mother would be very angry. He walked home slowly, crying quietly. When he reached the house, it was already late. His mother was waiting at the door. "Where have you been?" Mama Emmanuel shouted as she rushed towards him. "I sent you to buy groundnuts and sugar to drink Gary, and you disappeared. Where is the money?" "Mommy, I'm sorry. I lost it," Emmanuel said, his voice shaking as tears ran down his face. "You lost it? Oh. You, this useless child. You're a burden to my life," she shouted, pushing him out of the way. "Get out. Leave my sight. Go and sleep hungry." That night, Emmanuel had nothing to eat. He went to bed crying, his stomach empty. The next morning, Mama Emmanuel chased him out of the house. Emmanuel started walking from street to street, looking for food. He begged passers-by. "Please, help me. My mommy chased me out. I'm hungry," he told people. Some kind-hearted people gave him akara. Some gave him small sachets of water. But Emmanuel was tired. He had no strength left. As he was trying to cross the road, a car hit him. Everything went blank. Emmanuel was rushed to the nearest hospital. He was unconscious. The doctors and nurses worked hard to save his life. One of the nurses looked closely at his face. "Wait. I know this boy," she said. "Isn't this Emmanuel, Mama Emmanuel's son? Titi's son?" Meanwhile, Mama Emmanuel was at home, waiting. Hours passed. Emmanuel had not returned. She was still angry. This boy is so useless. I told him to sit down in this house, but he had the audacity to go outside. He wants me to beat him when he returns. But as time passed, her anger slowly turned into worry. Then, there was a knock on the door. "Who is there?" she shouted. "It's me, Nurse Shade. Your son, Emmanuel, is in the hospital. He was hit by a car." When Mama Emmanuel heard this, her heart dropped. She burst into tears immediately. "Oh, God! What have I done? What have I done to my son?" she wailed. She followed the nurse to the hospital, her legs shaking. When they arrived, Emmanuel was lying still on the hospital bed. He was alive, but he was in a coma. The doctor said his condition was very critical. Mama Emmanuel sat by his bedside, crying and begging. "Emmanuel, please forgive me. I did not mean to be wicked. I'm just very angry. I feel betrayed. Your father left me to suffer with you. Please wake up, my son. I promise to love you. You're such a good boy. You're so intelligent. You're so precious to me." But Emmanuel did not wake up. Days passed. Weeks passed. Even months passed. Emmanuel was still in the hospital, lying there, unconscious. Mama Emmanuel never left his side. She prayed and cried every day. Finally, after many months, Emmanuel opened his eyes. "Mommy," he whispered. Tears of joy rolled down Mama Emmanuel's face. "Oh, thank you, God. My son is awake. Emmanuel, my son, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me." It took a long time for Emmanuel to recover. He couldn't walk properly with one of his legs, so he started limping. But Mama Emmanuel didn't care. She was just thankful that her son was alive. From that day, Mama Emmanuel changed. She became a loving and gentle mother. She stopped shouting at Emmanuel. She began to understand his heart and treat him with care. Even though life was still hard, they faced it together with love. And they lived happily ever after.